What up, guys? Welcome to episode 10. Can you believe it? We made it 10 episodes. I haven't made it 10 episodes of a podcast in a long time. But welcome back to this week's episode of Urban Nerd Weekly. This week, we're going to be talking about Super Bowl 52, the movie Black Panther, of course, and Tesla is selling solar panels and power walls at Home Depot. And is that possible new planets? Oh my God. All kinds of things being talked about this week on Urban Nerd Weekly.
I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. I'm a geek. I'm a geek. I'm a geek. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. Geek. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. Geek. I'm a geek.
Yeah. What's happening? It's your boy Spayce, the 90s nerd, the urban nerd, your favorite neighborhood nerd, your favorite neighborhood comedian, whatever have you. Welcome back to the next episode, as they used to say back in the Dr. Dre days of the 90s, to the next episode of Urban Nerd Weekly. So glad you guys could join me. I'm so glad that you guys have been listening. Like I'm not up here trying to brag or nothing, but I'm definitely seeing, more listens and more plays, and I anticipate you guys are inspiring me to keep it going. It's definitely, one of the things that I've had challenges with as a content creator is staying motivated to keep going. And you guys is making that really, really easy right now. And I just want to let y'all know I appreciate it. But to that end, tell a friend to tell a friend to hit up spacewashere.com, SPAYCEWUZHERE.com, and join that email list, man. Make sure you join the email list at spacewashere.com, so that way you have one central way to keep all your updates on me. I know you guys gonna follow me on Twitter and the Facebooks and the Instagram and the Snapchat, but hit up spacewashere.com, so that way you get everything streamlined straight to your old space all the time. Now, also where you can catch these episodes of Urban Nerd Weekly. Now, first piece of business, can't even get into talking about anything else without mentioning Super Bowl LII, aka SB52. Hey, it's kind of cool, SB52. It's like DC's new 52. Anyway, as I'm alluding, the Sunday that just passed was Super Bowl Sunday, and this year's matchup for the Super Bowl was the Philadelphia Eagles versus the New England Patriots. Now, we all, first off, as we all know, I'm from the city of Atlanta, the city with a mayor named Keisha. I'm from the city of Atlanta. So, y'all already know, you could probably predict that I became a bit of an Eagles fan with, our quarterback. I don't give a fuck what nobody else say. Michael Vick is Atlanta's quarterback, even though he was playing for Philly, I became a bit of a Philly fan because my boy Vic was, tossing them up for me. You feel me? So, I was definitely rooting for those green guys. And not to mention, been a lot of controversy going on about the Patriots. I mean, there's always a little bit of controversy going on about the Patriots. But this year is a bit more serious after the Jaguars game, where they, been a little rumors and such floating around about how, we're just going to have to give them the game, guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm breaking. I'm sorry if I'm telling y'all. I'm about to be the one to tell y'all that Santa Claus isn't real. But when I was a little kid, man, and I found out that wrestling was all rigged and junked, I realized all of this stuff is, Politics, NBA, NFL, MLB, hip-hop, R&B, pop, rock and roll, jazz, country, anything, all that politics, New York, LA, all of it's just facade. Anyway, but I do, much like Christmas, you know, I do still enjoy the festivities, even though I know it's, you know, not quite what they've been telling us it is. But anyway, speaking of Christmas, you're going to have to thank jolly old Saint Nick Foles, for being the one to bring the W home to Philly. You know what I mean? Jolly old Saint Nick, who was the MVP of the game, was the one that, you know, helped bring it all home for those boys up in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Lot of great moments that happened during the game. First off, the boy Kevin Hart was as usual, lovably wilding the fuck out. My man, he got drunk during the Super Bowl, like everybody else does. No, can't call him out for getting drunk during the game. That's what you do. And he's from Philly, so I feel like if a nigga was gonna be drunk in that building, it was gonna be anybody from Philadelphia. Now, your boy Kevin Hart got drunk during the game, and, you know, his wife told him not to do it, but he did it anyway. He tried to rush the stage. Tried to see what was popping, you know, because he's Kevin Hart. He's not just Kevin Hart. He is motherfucking Kevin Hart. I think Kevin has earned that title of motherfucking, right? Like in the black community, in the urban community, if you didn't know, motherfuck is like a right of knightship. It's like being knighted by the queen of all that is ratchet. Motherfucking Kevin Hart got his ass drunk, tried to rush the stage, and security just stonewalled that nigga. And it was so hilarious because you could see, like, all on camera, like, you could see the dude, like, just trying to contain him, and he couldn't get up there and shit. And then on top of that, if you've seen one of the interviews that Kevin did with the commentators, he got away with saying fuck on live television, which as a comedian, personal goal, get away with saying fuck on live television. Killed that shit. Looked like he was drunk then too, right? But that was my boy Kevin wilding out. Oh, and don't, you know, and then in case that wasn't great enough, he got on the internet a few hours later. It was like dark as shit outside, so it was like butt crack early in the morning, the ass crack of dawn, as I like to call it. And yeah, he set up and explained the whole thing. He was like, shit, I'm still fucked up right now, but I'll let y'all know that man did his job. He did his job. Love when Kevin Hart wilds out in public. I don't know if that's a good thing to like, though. Maybe I'm fucked up for liking to see that kind of shit. But anyway, you know, with Philly bringing it home like they did, I'm sure there was a few sour grapes on the side of the New England Patriots. Stomach probably felt like it was full of clam chowder while you eating all that dust and shit, you know. So your boy Tom Brady, I don't know if anybody caught this, but he did not fucking shake hands post-game. He was like, fuck you niggers for kicking our asses. This is our game. This is a Super Bowl. We cheat hard as fuck every year, man. Every year we cheat really hard. And then you guys just can't come in and kick our asses like that. But that was just, you know, Tom Brady being Tom Brady. Now, as we know, there was only 3 things in the Super Bowl. There is the game. Just broke down the game a little bit. There's the commercials, and there's the halftime show. Now, I'm going to get to the halftime show in a second. But the commercials. First off, let's just go ahead and give y'all a quick rundown of all the fucking commercials that I caught. I wrote down as many as I could. I don't think I got them all, though. It's fucking Wix, Budweiser, Tostitos, Bud Light, Groupon, the video game for Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, Pringles, Solo, A Star Wars Story, which I'm pretty sure hashtag Nerd Alert is going on right now. Nerdgasm, another Star Wars, Solo, A Star Wars Story, which means they're going back to the story of Han Solo. That's gonna be good. Young Han Solo and young Chewbacca. Not to mention we got not to mention Donald Glover is gonna play fucking Lando Calrissian. So yeah, everybody suck it. A genius is about to be at fucking work here. Avengers Infinity, Westworld Season 2, and of course, then T-Mobile, and of course Pepsi, who, sponsored the whole fucking thing. But one of my favorite commercials this year on Super Bowl, and I think I'm going to do this every year, like every Urban Nerd Weekly Super Bowl episode, I'm going to tell you guys my favorite commercial. My favorite commercial for this year, which is actually one I seen before the Super Bowl came on, but I still love it because y'all know I got an Amazon Echo Dot. I would say her name, but she has the tendency to pop up during episodes of Urban Nerd Weekly whenever I say her name. But, the girl who does the Echo Dot voice, she lost her voice, so they had like a bunch of different celebrities basically filling in for her, and it was hilarious. Like they had one of my favorites they had was Cardi B. Like, shout out to Cardi B. Is she not having the best rookie season in hip hop or what? You went from loving hip hop to top tier commercial during the Super Bowl in like 2 years flat. What bitch working hard as me? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Now, there is one other commercial that came on during the Super Bowl. I'm going to talk about this commercial. And then, after we wrap up the halftime, I'm coming back to this commercial. Because, it wouldn't even be Urban Nerd Weekly if I didn't nerd out about the movie that this commercial about, which is fucking Black Panther movie, coming out February 16th. Okay, first. All right, now, so that was the commercials. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves the commercials about the Super Bowl. So let me get into the halftime show. Now, this year's halftime performer was a bit of a shock to me personally. But hey, America can forgive and forget. Your boy Justin Timberlake, who I kind of thought was gonna be on the bill for a halftime show this year, just because like 2 or 3 weeks ago he just started releasing music again. And yeah, when's the last time you heard a Justin Timberlake song? So I had a feeling he was like trying to prep us up for something. And I knew he wasn't about to drop an album because we would have been hearing about rumors of it in December. Turns out it was all the help. Boost his profile up for the halftime Pepsi halftime performance. He did his thing. I don't know if you guys actually, watched the Super Bowl halftime show, but Justin Timberlake put it down. I'm going to say it out loud. I'm still a little bit surprised they went with him because, he was involved in the whole Janet Jackson titty popping out fiasco, which I was personally happy about. It was around the time that I was hitting puberty anyway, and it was just a great thing. I probably got to see a titty that niggas had been waiting 20 years to fucking get to see. So, I was a part of history. I got to see Janet Jackson titties during the Super Bowl, which Justin Timberlake pulled out. Like, I didn't know you could do that and it still be cool. Like, here's the thing. People acted like Janet was all weird for letting her titty pop out. But a grown-ass man is who pulled her titties out. Which is even funnier, because Janet Jackson is one of the fucking Jacksons. That's like being like one of the Queen's daughters in England or some shit. Like, if you Prince Harry's sister, that's Janet Jackson back then over there. Sorry. Had to give me a little swig of juice. I'm not drinking on the job. I mean, I totally could, because like y'all would give a fuck. But anyway, so Justin Timberlake, he of course did a medley of his hit songs. And, you know, he danced his ass off like we expected Justin Timberlake to do. He killed that shit. I ain't even gonna lie. There's one cool ass moment where he was dancing, going up steps and shit. And then he was like next to this kid who was like young as hell. Like he probably never heard of NSYNC. He probably doesn't know what the fuck NSYNC is. But he did look old enough to know who Justin Timberlake was. And he looked pretty stoked. However, there was this one moment where it's like, this nigga standing next to Justin Timberlake singing and dancing in the middle of the fucking Super Bowl Pepsi sponsor halftime show and looking down at his phone and shit. I'm like, nigga, enjoy the moment. What the fuck? I mean, he took a selfie with him, but then he was like all in his phone and shit. And then, next thing I find out on Good Morning America, this nigga had a true nigga moment. Like this white kid, if you haven't seen the interview, look it up. I'm not bullshitting. This nigga said, I was trying to take a selfie with Justin Timberlake, but my fucking phone was full. Nigga moment at its best. How many niggas listen to Urban Nerd Weekly right now had that time where they were trying to take video or a picture and your phone was like, skirt, bitch. I'm full as fuck, bro. So, you're gonna have to make a pimp decision. But Justin Timberlake is so fucking cool, he stood there and kept dancing to let this little nigga clear out memory in his phone. How cool is that? But a bit of a controversial moment in the Super Bowl halftime show was before the show. It was rumored that, you know, the Super Bowl was held in Minneapolis, Minnesota this year. So, as a tribute to one of the most famous people in the world who was from Minneapolis, Prince, one of the greatest musicians to ever give a fuck about music, let alone do it. But the problem was, JT wanted to use a hologram of Prince during the halftime show. And Prince fans wasn't having it. Why? Because all Prince fans know that Prince was vehemently against the use, like performing next to holograms and shit. He felt that it was demonic, it's dark, I ain't fucking with it. See, that was fucked up. I don't even know if I was doing Prince or Michael Jackson impression at that point. I really don't. But I can tell you what, though. He did not use the hologram out of respect. And I think that was awesome. What he did was he pulled the veil down and put a projection up. And that is pretty much, he played one of Prince's songs. The crowd sang along. And then they cut to a video feed of outside of, the dome or stadium or whatever. And all of Minneapolis is fucking purple. Whole damn thing. Which I thought was a pretty, nice little, I'm not going to do that thing he really didn't want me to do, but I'm still going to pay tribute. I mean, it came with some, some mixed reviews, but, with mixed reactions. But I think he, tried his best to do it tastefully. Even though there's a lot of Prince fans who don't think that Prince liked Justin Timberlake, like, as a person, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Now, before I go on, I'd like to remind you guys to subscribe if you haven't already on iTunes, Google Play Music, SoundCloud, YouTube, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn, Blueberry, and more. Blueberry? That sounds like a Britishman. Brit. Blueberry. And if you guys are on iTunes or Google Play Music, please leave a review. The reviews you guys leave definitely help me rank in the show's listings in the podcast directory. And that helps me get access to a lot more people, and more listeners and more subscribers means I could do a lot more stuff with the show. So definitely help your boy out on that. Now, before I go on, before I go on, Happy Black History Month, to everybody. Which, I'm not one of the people that believes that like we should, sequester, learning about Black history to 1 month. However, I am glad as an African American male and as an urban nerd that there is a month that does celebrate Black accomplishments to kind of bring them to the forefront for maybe people outside of the Black community who may not understand the contributions that Black people have given to these United States of America. Guns, fireworks, and explosions. That's right. And in honor of Black History Month, the first episode of Black History Month, really it's second, but the first episode of Black History Month on the last episode, the first episode of February was really for the last day of January, so yeah. No. Anyway, in celebration of Black History Month, the first Marvel predominantly Black Marvel superhero movie, Black Panther, coming out on February the 16th, 2018. So, ladies, I know y'all think that, the thing that you give us all year long is what your Valentine's Day present is going to be. But you should take your man to go see the Black Panther movie. It's supposed to be off the chain. I've seen some previews. It is the 18th Marvel Studios movie in the series. So, this is one giant leap ahead for Marvel, which DC, time to catch up. I mean, for real. Y'all got Static Shock. Y'all got Black Lightning. Y'all got Black Green Lantern, a.k.a. Jon Stewart. Catch up. So, yeah. But the movie's gonna take place after the Captain America Civil War movie storyline or whatever. T'Challa returned to his home of Wakanda in Africa to take the throne of his father, who has just passed, as king. Now, we all, all of us urban nerds and non-urban nerds, we all know the whole thing behind Black Panther. So we're all geeked out about the movie, but reportedly there was a rumor going around for a little while, and it seemed real, but it turned out to be just like a rumor on or whatever. Like Black women were gonna boycott because Michael B. Jordan, who plays the villain in the movie, which I think is pretty awesome to see Michael B. Jordan play a bad guy. He's a good guy in a lot of stuff, so I think it's a good thing that early on he's playing a bad guy role, so it's not all shocking and shit. Like when Denzel was in Training Day and he was a bad guy for the first time, it's like, oh fuck yeah, I forgot he's an actor. He doesn't only play good guys and shit. So that turned out to be, which I thought was stupid, but it was just a rumor anyway. But however, there is a fringe Facebook group who are planning to review bomb the movie on RottenTomatoes.com. And review bombing is when they purposely hit a movie with a lot of negative reviews and negative ratings, so it looks bad on the ratings websites such as IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. However, Facebook and Rotten Tomatoes took action to thwart the group, who also attempted to do the same thing at Star Wars The Last Jedi movie when it came out. And it's crazy that the group actually has a name, and the name is Down with the Disney's Mistreatment of Franchises and Its Fanboys. Like, I don't even know how such a group of people with that agenda would even meet. Like, was there like a chat room or a forum going on where folks were just real pissed off for no reason? with inhalers and broken glasses and dry dicks and shit. I'm sorry, but I understand that there's a division in nerd culture. You gotta understand that, folks. There's nerds that get pussy, nerds that don't get pussy. And I feel really sorry for the nerds that don't get pussy, because those are usually the ones that, like, shoot up schools and, like, make bombs and shit. All I'm saying, ladies, is if you see a nigga struggling in this world to get pussy and he got straight A's, I think as a group, y'all should get together, decide who's gonna take one for the team. Personally, I feel like whoever that bitch is that's fucking all y'all's boyfriends, y'all should just be like, look, bitch, the only way we ain't gonna all get together and whoop your ass is if you go fuck that nigga over there and make sure he don't shoot this goddamn school up. Because I done paid $40,000 and I'm supposed to graduate this semester, and if this nigga put a bomb in the motherfucking humanities building and I got to walk across the stage with one leg, bitch, I'm fucking you up on sight. But, you know, that's just my personal philosophy. Quick announcement. I've mentioned the station before, but it's official now. I have officially been picked up by 25-8 The Gate Radio, a radio station that will be located on cloudfactoryaudibles.wordpress.com. And, you know, we fixing to really get it popping over there, man. We got some major moves in the way coming as a part of the other things that's been going on here. Urban Nerd Weekly, man. You guys check out spacewashere.com, like I said. SPAYCEWUZHERE.com to see all of what's going on with that situation. But I got more news coming, but that's as much as I can tell you right now. But I'm officially signed. Urban Nerd Weekly is, actually, I Spayce am signed to 25-8 The Gate radio station. And I have a contract that I'm going to be producing 2 more shows for the station. So one of them is In the Cut with Leisha and Spayce, which you've already heard about, and a third unnamed podcast, which you will hear more about when the details are more tangible. And that's that news. And with that being said, please follow me on all my social media sites. On this Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram is all Spayce Was Here, just like the website. And you can follow me, you can add me on Snapchat, A1Spayce, A1SPAYCE. And you know, I be chatting it up with you guys all up on there. With my nerd swag, drip, nerd swag, nerd sauce, drip. Okay, last little bit of nerd news for this week's episode of Urban Nerd Weekly, which is Tesla is back on Urban Nerd Weekly. Look, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do a nerd extra on Elon Musk, because he keeps popping up in my episodes of Urban Nerd Weekly. Tesla is selling solar power panels at Home Depot coming soon. It's gonna be at 800 Home Depot locations. Now, like I said, Elon Musk is the founder of Tesla, and here's the thing. Tesla employees will be at Home Depot to help explain the technology's benefits. And the first product is going to be the Powerwall, which is a giant wall-mounted battery serving as a backup power source. And when paired with a solar power solution, a person's house is no longer dependent on the power grid. See, basically what they're saying is you have an alternative way to keep your house going. Like, you know, let's just say you're not wanting to pay your electric bill and you want to be able to get off depending on that or something like that. You know, this might be able to work out for you. Now, they're going to install demo units in the stores to show how the devices work, which means there's going to be power walls and solar power solutions in the store, in the actual Home Depot, like as a part of the store, so they can, you know, do a better way of showing you exactly how it works. Now, Tesla claims that the technology detects outages so fast that there's no interruptions in power outages. basically, let's just say the power goes out for all Georgia Power customers. Hypothetically speaking, if your house is equipped with this technology, the power can go out so fast that you won't even have to reset the time on your fucking TV. Now, they're going to be doing some heavy promotion, so, don't be surprised when you start seeing fucking 12-foot, 7-foot fucking billboards and shit all over the place talking about it or whatever. And it's not going to be cheap now, so don't think that this is how everything starts off. It's always extremely expensive, just like PlayStations are and, clothes and shit. When they first come out, a single Powerwall starts at $5,500, plus hundreds more on supporting hardware. It has a capacity of 13.5 kilowatt hours and a max power output of 5 kilowatts. One Powerwall can keep the average small home running for about 7 days. Now, the average small home basically means the average amount of power that a small home uses. This Powerwall could keep it running for 7 days, i.e., a family in a small home. But let's say you're a bunch of fucking YouTubers and rappers and producers and shit. Y'all probably gonna run through that power in like 3 days from all the equipment and shit y'all got running in the house. You know what I mean? Or if you're just a single person living in a small home, then this shit might have you going great for like 2 weeks because you probably, especially if you have a job, you're probably not going to be home enough to use up that much power that fast. Now, the second thing, which is, kind of the most important thing, along with the solar panels, they're also going to have a solar roof, which is basically roof tiles made of solar gathering cells or whatever. It's a solar panel version, of roof tiles. It's going to be designed to work with the Powerwall, but the Powerwall will be able to last about 5 days-ish without it. It's expected to look just like regular roof tile, like not glossy like the regular solar power panels that we're kind of used to. It's gonna be all rough and jagged and rough and looking and shit. It should have cost the same as normal high-end roof tile. And of course, that's after they come and inspect the place to make sure that it's fit for installation. Now, and keep in mind that the roof tile is kind of the cheaper end of the deal because solar panels, the average cost of a solar panel's installation alone is like $10,000 to $30,000. Like that's 10 to 30 grand. You feel what I'm saying? It's like jewelry prices. So if you in the middle of the club with their broccoli and the jewelry on your neck costs 10 times 3, you can afford solar panels. There was a bit of controversy when things were first coming up about this because the Trump administration has imposed a 30% tariff on all imported solar panels. However, Tesla seems to have slipped and slide and hit the Heisman on that hoe. And because they make their solar panels domestically anyway, so they sideswipe the fuck out that shit. Now, I got some more news about Elon Musk's other company, which is SpaceX. But I'm going to have to hit you guys with that on the next episode of Urban Nerd Weekly, because we have come to the conclusion of this one. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm glad you guys listened. I thank you so much. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. Spread the word. Retweet, repost. You know what I'm saying? Follow me, like I said. Ask, you know what I'm saying? If you guys got any questions or if you want to suggest some stuff that I should talk about on Urban Nerd Weekly, please feel free, like I said, to leave a comment on all the platforms, including the website, spacewashere.com. And like I said, next week, one of the first things I'm gonna be getting into is the biggest news with SpaceX. But until next time, I was here, but now I'm